Central Empire Wrestling presents Bridge City Slam 6 live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. Come see Jake the Snake Roberts, Buff Bagwell, former WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition, Real One Enzo Amore, The Powers of Pain, The Boogeyman, Snitsky, Jordan Grace, Cameron Brene, and the stars of CEW. Tickets start at just $20 and include the Fan Fest from 4 to 7 p.m. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster or at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. It's Bridge City Slam 6, live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. New Life Fellowship in Keswick, Iowa is hosting the Victorious Living Conference Friday, August 23rd through Sunday, August 25th, with guest pastors Luke and Jana Hobbs from Tennessee. You're invited to make plans to join New Life Fellowship in Keswick for this dynamic time of anointed worship, teaching, and ministry. New Life Fellowship is located just south of Keswick on Highway 22. The conference schedule is Friday, August 23rd at 7 p.m., Saturday, August 24th at 6 p.m., and Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. We hope to see you for the Victorious Living Conference.
Shetler Media. Last week we were talking briefly about the Iowa State Fair, and my question of the week was, at the Iowa State Fair, what's the food with the highest calorie count? So we were talking about all of the different deep fried things that they have there. They have butter on a stick, like deep fried butter on a stick. I just don't think I would ever try that. Maybe a deep fried candy bar, or even a pickle. But out of all of the foods that are fried and non-fried and etc. at the Iowa State Fair, the food with the highest calorie count comes in at 1,800 calories. So take into consideration a normal person should only have 2,000 calories a day, if I'm not mistaken. This food comes in at 1,800 calories. Granted, it is pretty hefty, and you could eat it over several meals probably, or share it with other people. But the highest calorie count food is called the Pork Almighty, and it was served in 2017. It doesn't say if it's still served, but if it is, and you guys find it, take a picture and send it to me, because I want to see what this is. Well, I can tell you what it is, but I want to see a picture of it. It's a 32-ounce soft drink with a bowl on top filled with fries, pulled pork, queso, and barbecue sauce. And it came in at 4 pounds. So if you find that at the Iowa State Fair or anything similar, send me a picture, because I live vicariously through you guys. I don't usually have time to go to the fair. But this week, with all the concerts and stuff going on, oh my gosh, I've seen so many posts about people going to concerts. My question of the week this week is, at the Iowa State Fair, who holds the record for attracting the largest grandstand crowd? So the record for the largest crowd at the grandstand, and the answers might surprise you. They definitely kind of surprised me with all of the big names that have been there the last few years. So stick around and I will give you the answer to that at the end of my segment. Books you don't want to miss this week. I'm doing some sci-fi books this week. So I'm going to start out with one that is kind of Dungeons and Dragons-esque. This is called The White Trash Warlock by David Slayton. A dark, haunting, lyrical, and innovative something unique, which is rare and wonderful treat, says the New York Journal of Books. So here we go, The White Trash Warlock. Adam Binder has the Sight. It's a power that runs in his bloodline, the ability to see beyond this world and into another, a realm of magic populated by elves, gnomes, and spirits of every kind, but for much of Adam's life, that power has been a curse, hindering friendships, worrying his backwoods family, and fueling his abusive father's rage. Years after his brother Bobby had him committed to a psych ward, Adam is ready to come to grips with who he is, to live his life on his terms, to find love, and maybe even use his magic to do some good. Hoping to track down his missing father, Adam follows a trail of cursed artifacts to Denver, only to discover that an ancient, horrifying spirit has taken possession of Bobby's wife. It isn't long before Adam becomes the spirit's next target. To survive the confrontation, save his sister-in-law, and learn the truth about his father, Adam will have to risk bargaining with very dangerous beings, including his first love. So it says not all magicians go to schools of magic. That's kind of funny. So that's White Trash Warlock. If you're into like Dungeons and Dragons and RPG games and stuff like that, that would be right up your alley. It's kind of a sci-fi fantasy. My second one is The Oldest Starfighter by Jamie McFarlane. And this is actually a relative of our very, very dear friend Diane Greenwood Muir, who is a great author. She has the Bellingwood series. I featured those a few times, but this is one of her relatives. I want to say it was her nephew, maybe? I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember. But this is The Oldest Starfighter by Jamie McFarlane. Old body, new battleground. The fate of the universe rests in the hands of the oldest starfighter. In this gripping new military science fiction novel, the universe teeters on the brink of invasion, and the Obsidian Union scrambles to assemble a formidable force of combat pilots. Enter Gordy Harmon, once a legendary Air Force pilot whose illustrious career came to an end due to physical limitations. Desperate and with nothing to lose, Gordy is approached with a tantalizing proposition. Join the Obsidian Union's fight, or they'll rejuvenate his weary body, granting him the chance to fly once more. With his unmatched skills in the cockpit, Gordy must adapt to a new battlefield, the vast expanse of space. As the tension mounts and the fate of the universe hangs in the balance, the oldest starfighter takes readers on a thrilling journey through epic space battles and pulse-pounding action. Will Gordy's courage and expertise be enough to turn the tide of war? So, The Oldest Starfighter by Jamie McFarlane. And I do believe this is going to be a series. So if you're into science fiction, those would be two good books that I would recommend. If you do read them, let me know what you think. Alright, upcoming programs at the library. We just had Cook the Book this past Monday. We featured Picky Palette Cookbook. And oh my gosh, this stuff was so delicious. Ooh, excuse me. I made s'more stuffed brownies and Oreo stuffed chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, they were delicious. But we had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, buttered corn, some chicken spaghetti, we had a salad, we had all kinds of things, and it was delicious. Our next Cook the Book event will be September 11th. And our cookbook is at the front desk. It is our 9x13 pan cookbook. So everything in that cookbook is made on a 9x13 pan. Very, very good recipes. Book chat will be on August 17th, so this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the library. They're reading The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. Their book next month is called The Last Guest. I'm actually listening to the audio right now, and it's such a good like mystery thriller book. So if you want a copy of this book chat book, if you think you can read it by Saturday or the next one, come to the library. We have copies. Freezer meals, our last day to register for this month for August meals is tomorrow, the 16th. And then we'll have in September, well, all 8 meals are going to be past favorites. So if you want to try out freezer meals, that'd be a really good time to try because those are all tried and true recipes. Just some reminders from our summer. We had our end of the summer pool party and it was amazing. We had mermaids. It was cold, but once you got in the water, it wasn't too bad. So thank you to everybody who braved the weather and came out and said that. Goodness, I might need to go get some coffee after this. Just some reminders though from our summer. We have several goodie bags left to pick up, and we have a handful of grand prizes that have not been picked up as well. People who won the grand prizes, your parent or guardian has been contacted about those, so if the goodie bags and prizes are not picked up by Friday, I'll send out reminders again. Trivia question of the week. So Iowa State Fair, I'm like, there's so much going on there. I love seeing all the videos and posts and pictures from people that have gone and all the things that are going on. Oh, seriously. I swear I did sleep last night. But there's so much going on at the Iowa State Fair. But the grandstand is always a big attraction, and there's so many good people that have been on it. But the record, we'll do the top 5. So the number 5 top largest crowd was in 1982, and it's the Oak Ridge Boys. They drew 23,500 people in. Number 4 was in 1974, and it was Chicago. They drew 24,700. Number 3 was in 1970, Johnny Cash. That's an easy one to accept, like Johnny Cash, heck yeah. He drew 25,300. Number 2, the runner-up for largest grandstand crowd is in 1975, the Beach Boys drew 25,400. And the number 1 largest grandstand crowd ever, these were all back in, the top 4 were all in the 70s, and number 5 was in the 80s, but number 1 is 1972, Sonny and Cher, and they attracted 26,200 people. That's crazy. So number 1, Sonny and Cher, 2, Beach Boys, 3, Johnny Cash, 4, Chicago, and number 5 was Oak Ridge Boys, but they were all within a couple thousand people. So 26,200 in 1972 came to Sonny and Cher's grandstand performance. My goodness. I thought for sure there'd be some newer artists in there, but I mean, you can't beat the oldies but goodies. Some of those surprise me, but some of them don't. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next Thursday.